Hi, in this wall tool overview for beginners, I will show you how you can create parametric walls, which means that you can edit them at any time without ever having to redraw them. Plusspec uses the SketchUp environment, so it's important that you understand the axes, which are represented with the blue, green, and red guidelines. When drawing with Plusspec, you only ever have to worry about the green and red axes. By sticking to these axes as guides, you will ensure that you will always draw at right angles. Let's open the wall dialog by clicking on the wall tool icons. I am drawing in metric, but if you are using imperial, simply switch to feet and inches in your SketchUp template. And in the Plusspec job tool, ensure that you set your units to feet and inches. In the wall dialog, you can select the wall height, the header height, which indicates the top of your window height, as well as the construction type. Although the wall tool is asking for a lot of information, this does not kill your creativity in any way. Don't forget that you are never constrained by anything that you choose here, as you can edit it or anything in it at any time. If you are using timber in your construction type, you can determine how you want it to be constructed. The material drop-down allows you to select real products, generic options, or even create your own creations for each element that makes up your wall. You can even add manual overrides to set a new cavity size or add step-downs and drop-offs. When you're happy, press Submit, and then left-click your mouse to commence drawing. Don't hold the button down, just tap it and let it go. And then drag it in a direction that you want to start drawing. With Plusspec, always try to draw clockwise, as this sets the exterior face to the outside of the wall. However, if you start drawing anti-clockwise, that's not a problem, because you can click the Insert key on your keyboard to flip the wall orientation. See how it's changing? If you are using Mac, press the minus key near the Delete key. Always ensure that the exterior of the wall faces outward, because once you have finished drawing, there is no easy way to flip it. You can see that the wall alignment has been set to the inside edge of the interior wall, and you can see it with that little crosshatch. To toggle through your wall alignments, click on the right arrow key on your keyboard. And this will go through the various alignments, the inside, the center points, and the exterior. When you draw, you can either type exact measurements or left-click to place the next point. It's important to note that when you're on an axis, the green or the red, the wall will change to green, so that you know that you're drawing to 90 degrees. If you make a mistake when drawing, you can always press the Delete key on your keyboard, and if you keep on clicking it, it will keep on going backwards. With Plusspec, you can string each wall together by continuing to click until you form a loop. When you're on an axis, such as the green, you can hold down the Shift key on your keyboard, and this allows you to stay on the green axis, but easily pick up another point that you want to connect. And of course, you can do this on the red also. This is great when trying to close a group together. For this exercise, I'm going to get rid of my manual overrides. Note the mitered symbol. It does not mean that the wall will actually be constructed with a miter. It simply shows you that your walls are connected smartly, which means that you can push and pull walls and maintain your connection. If you want to push and pull a wall, left-click it and then select the Wall Push-Pull tool. You'll see that it's turned purple. You can now left-click anywhere on your model, drag it in the direction that you want to move it. Don't forget, don't hold it down, and then type the exact measurement and press Enter. Or you can just left-click again to place. For example, left-click, drag in the direction. Now you don't have to be on axes, you can come off on an angle also. And notice that Plusspec infills it for you. If you don't want Plusspec to infill it, you just need to click on the Control key on the Mac and the PC before you place it. Let me show you. Come off on the angle. Now that I've selected a point, press the Control. And all of the walls move without an infill. You can even split walls to further sculpt your forms. To split, simply right-click on a wall and then select Split Wall. You can choose a single point, you can choose exact measurements, or you can do it by eye. Press Enter, and now you'll see that the wall has been split into 3 different sections. You don't have to draw all of your walls at once, as you can draw walls individually and easily join them later. When drawing an individual wall, double-click to place the wall. To join walls, you need to ensure that they have both been drawn with the same orientation. In other words, both need the exterior skin on the outside. If one wall has been drawn at a different orientation, simply rotate it 180 degrees. I'll show you what I mean. Use the SketchUp Rotate tool, select a point on the blue axes, select a reference point. I like to choose the red or the green, and then spin it. You can then move it to a line. The walls that you want to join don't have to touch. However, you need to ensure that they both line up, or approximately line up. More importantly, you need to ensure that they are the same height. To join walls at corners, select both of the walls, and then right-click on one of the walls, and then select Join Selected Walls or Project and Join Walls. In this instance, it's better to choose Project and Join Walls. Same with this one. Walls, Project and Join Walls. I'll show you the difference between project and join, as well as meld. Let's make a copy of this wall. In fact, we'll make another one. Join walls and meld walls are used for walls that are side by side. To do it, simply select the walls that you want to join or meld. See how the join walls keeps them separate, but it does understand that they are connected, whereas the meld actually turns it into one wall. Let's go back a couple of steps so I can explain this further. And now I'm going to change this to a different construction type and a different material. Let's choose a double brick wall. Let's go through that again. If I select meld walls, it's actually going to change the double brick wall into this brick veneer and forget that it was an individual wall type. That's why you're better off choosing join wall for this instance. And do it on the other side. Now it has been joined to both of these walls, which means if I push and pull it, it will infill it and understand that they are connected. If you want to copy the attributes of a wall that you've drawn previously, you don't have to remember all the details. Simply right-click on the one that you want to copy and then select Create Similar Wall. This will remember everything, including your manual overrides. And don't forget, if we don't have a product or material that you want to use, you can easily create it yourself, which will be saved to your personal library by clicking on our Create Material.